things such as this one, the text contains 0 words because we haven't edited that yet. But key phrase in the title, you should probably put that in. No links on the page. Again, we haven't edited it. But then it tells you what you're doing well at the same time. So really helpful for you to learn what goes into improving your site or improving your posts in terms of SEO. Quite a helpful plugin that. So with that done, we can save the draft. So that's saved as a draft now. And we can start editing the post itself. So just like the pages, hit this launch button. So the Thrive Architect Builder. Get rid of that. And here's our page at the moment. Our post at the moment. All you've got is the big title at the top. And then because it's using the blog post layout, we have this sidebar with all of our other posts or our recent posts featured there. So now what we want to do, or how I like to do it to begin with, is to start with a paragraph of text, so a little bit of an intro. And this is the reason I don't show the featured image. If I had my featured images set to show, that'd be a big, huge image right at the top of the page. So before the reader even gets to your content, they've got to scroll past the header, the title obviously, and then this big image before they even get to any content. What I prefer to do is have one of the first things they see to be your intro, to kind of hook them into your blog post right from the very beginning. So content first, and then I do put the featured image a little bit later, as you'll see. But content first, we go add, paragraph. And then I'm going to take, again, because I've already written this post here, I'm just going to take this section as our introduction. It's probably a little longer than I would usually use for an intro. No, not too bad, that. So that's the idea of that, is to kind of get your readers hooked into your post. I always write my blogs in quite short paragraphs. It just makes it much nicer to read. As online, people tend to skim your text rather than reading it properly. So making the text skimmable helps with that. And it just makes it look a lot nicer than having a big wall of text for the reader to get through. And then what I like to do is add the featured image. I do think it is a good idea to have your featured image on page, but just not right at the top. So we go add again, and then just click the image one, as when you click it puts it right to the bottom. Select it, insert it into the post, and then make sure the sizing's right. So I want it to go all the way across, so I'll change the pixels to %, and then yeah, there we go. So it's at 100 if you can just use this slider, but it's at 100%, so that will take up the entire content area no matter what device it's on. So we've got the intro, picture, featured image, and now we'll have our first heading. So it's that, how writing can make you a better coach. So we'll go for that. And we'll come back over to our add element area. And this time we're adding a heading. As H2, this one's the H1, so there should only ever really be one of those on your page, so H1. And H2 are all your other main subheadings. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to center it, and I've forgotten it. How writing can make you a better coach. So put that in there, and just to make it stand out a little bit more, I'll come across and I'll add a highlight to it. So a black one, keeping in with the site's theme. So that's this one here, text highlight. It just kind of adds a background behind your text. And then the color of this, of course, I'm now going to go with that gold as usual. So you can paste that into, it didn't work, into there. Maybe I didn't copy it properly. See? There we go. Finally got there. Apply that. Bold, how does that look? Okay, we'll go with that. What's this? Okay, spell check's being a bit odd. Okay, so we've got the section heading in. Then we'll add our text, so it's a paragraph. So again, just click to add your paragraph. I'll come back and add this little bit of text here. So you can see I've got a list coming up. So we've got kind of the intro to the list, it looks like, and then the list itself. And anytime I have lists like this, I normally use another subheading for the title of the list. Again, it just makes the post look a bit nicer. So to do that, I'm going to add another heading. This time we'll change it to H3 because it's a subheading to this H2 heading. So for this one, ingrains what you have already learned. And again, I'm going to make a little background for it. So I'm going to go the opposite to this one. I have the highlight be gold here. Ooh, going to copy it again. This reminds me, actually, what you can do. As I've copied that in there, add it to your colours. Add as a favourite. So all I've done there is under my colours, I've clicked the plus and added it as a favourite. Now I won't have to keep copying that colour. It will just be there for me. So I can apply that. And I'll leave that as it is. Where did the rest of the text go? Okay. Leave that as it is. I'll just put a little space here. Okay, we'll have these over to the left rather than the center. So that's our first little subheading. So then add another paragraph. Come back, grab the text that applies. And paste it in there. Now I'm going to show you another quick, neat little trick you can use with Thrive. And that is where you've got a heading or a feature that you want to use multiple times. So as you can see, I'm going to be using that little subheading for all of these on this page. And I'll use it on my other pages in the future as well. So what you can do, save it as a template. So you click the element you want to save, then you hit the little save icon there. Give it a name. So this is our heading H3. So for all of my H3s, I'll probably use the same style. So save that. Now what I come to do, instead of adding a heading, is add a template and symbol. And then select the one that we've saved. There's only one in here because that's all we've saved at the moment. Choose that. And there we go. So that template is saved and we can just use it on all of our headings in this post, and we can use it on other blog posts as well. So now we'll just edit and add in number 2, which was learn new ideas. Get hold of this so I can paste that. So learn new ideas was number 2. And then we'll follow the same process. Add a paragraph and paste it in there. So I'll just do one more of these as an example. I don't want to go through the whole thing. So just one more. Again, we'll go, instead of adding the template this time, what I'm going to do is just copy that. So here, click on it, copy it, and now I can drag that one down. Since it's not that far to drag, I prefer just to copy it than do the add template. If we were going to be adding it all the way down the bottom of a page, it'd be much easier to do it this add template way instead of dragging it. But what we've got here, become better at relaying information. So grab that, copy the text, become better at relaying information. And again, last time I'll do this, paragraph, add that in there. Okay, so I'll leave it like that, just as an example for this video. There's not really too much more to add anyway. It's not a very interesting topic for you guys, so I'll just leave it there and just add in a couple more elements that I think you'll probably want to be adding into your own blog post. And the first one of those is, I use this on some of my posts, especially the longer ones. That's a table of contents. So you come add, search for just contents, table of contents, and I'll put that below this image. So drag it in below the image, and here you can select what headings you want to display. I don't normally display the H1, so I'll get rid of that. Usually H2 and H3 are good for me. So if you click on it, click away, then click back, it should just update itself. There you go. So you got